a needle. She got my heart beating like a needle. She got my heart beating like a needle.
She's an angel. About my business through the warning signs. And all that you desire. Said I don't want to control you. I came to set you free. Yeah, come with me. Oh, and I know your sense of sentiment. As long as you know, baby. Every pleasure you taste has its price, baby. Oh, I wanna say I told you so. No, I told you so. I wanna say I told you so. No, I told you so.
Estelle, Danielle K, Maggie, Nadia, and Shupei.
So it's day one of callbacks. It's a big day. Lots of great girls today. The first 5 are backstage and ready to go.
Well, I'm the first one today, so I'm very freaking excited. One more time, one more time, one more time. Ready? Okay. Hi there, guys.
I mean, I think for every model, the Victoria's Secret Fashion Show is one of the biggest things you can book. Just everything about it. It's something I can't describe, and of course for your career, it's really good too. Like, it's Victoria's Secret.
How are you? You're here.
I know.
You look really great. You look great. You do. What do you do for a workout?
I'm a model.
Every girl here has put in so much work just to be here. And to get the casting in general, it's like a really big feat. So we're all just like really grateful to be here.
I practice, and I will walk for you.
Oh my god.
What's happening? Shit is happening.
I'm just, I don't know, it's my first time, so I don't know what to do, and I'm like...
You don't look nervous. You just look excited.
I'm so excited to be standing in front of you. You have no idea.
Just take it easy and have fun. Of course, like it's an important like casting, but you really want to enjoy it because it's only once in a year, so you really want to give the best.
Where are you from, Paulina?
I'm from Poland.
Poland.
Jak se máš?
Yeah, dziękuję bardzo dobrze.
No.
All right, let's go.
This is awesome.
Go back and establish your walk, and then just come to us because you came running out, and you didn't give yourself a chance. So
Relax.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
It's kind of nice to almost have other people in the same situation as you because you can relate to them and talk to them and before you go out, and they can give you tips and you can give them tips that you found helpful.
And my biggest motivation is you guys, because I work very hard to be here, and this is my biggest dream, so...
No, you look great. You look really great. No, thanks so much.
It's my least favorite part of the casting process when I have to break it to the models that worked so hard and didn't get cast. And also explain that just because you didn't get it this year doesn't mean you're never going to get booked for the show. You know, we've had models who have tried out for years and then finally just something changed, something clicked, or they just happened to have the right look for that year.
I came to this casting before 2 times. The first time was a success and the second time was not. But that doesn't mean that I gave up. I think that was great for me actually to get a no, so I got really ready mentally and physically, and this time I just looked in front of me and I just walked and it really felt good.
I understand that Victoria's Secret is looking for a girl that's really confident in herself. At first I was shocked because I was like, why or do they want me? I don't look like your typical Victoria's Secret model. But you know, they took me in with open arms and all the girls were really welcoming, so I feel good in my own skin, the way I look, the way I am.
Hi.
I don't think I can follow that. You can. I auditioned last year and I made it to the show in Paris. Walking the runway, it was magical. It's like falling in love for the first time. You can't explain it, you just know it's great. So fingers crossed for this year.
It would mean everything because I've been working with this brand for 3 years. Like I shoot for them all the time. I would love, love, love to walk the show.
Done my best. I worked out really hard and I walked in there and I feel like I had a good energy and like now I can just go home and wait and see if it worked out or not.
It's very emotional.
It is for all of us.
You're our last.
You're our last one! Good way to end. Yeah.
We have more girls this year that we absolutely love than we have ever had before.
We have such a rigorous elimination process. You have to tick all the boxes with no compromises.
So there's technically 6 spots open there and 1 here.
Only 6.
You could do the entire show with the second board and be deliriously happy.
She's not an obvious beauty, which we're not about obvious.
Cute in pink. She's got that cute smile.
No, I've never seen a bad picture of her, ever.
She's someone that belongs in our forever land.
So we still need 1 more girl in pink, and there are 3 open spots in VS.
Which one walks better?
They both walk well.
We've done it.
Yep.
Wow,
Look at
I'm
that.
happy.
It's a full board.
That's a really good board.
I mean, it was very emotional.
Every girl earned it.
Every girl is
earned
deserving.
it. Wow.
I mean, really, guys, this is our best lineup ever. I cannot wait to tell them.
I've got a question for you.
Sure.
Would you like to do the show this year?
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm totally serious.
Say yes.
You made the show! We're gonna be a show!
It would be a dream come true.
The dream came true. You're in the show.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
We're at the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Shanghai.
And we are planning the Victoria's Secret fashion show for 2017.
Could we have 3 runways that rise and fall through the show?
I'm just thinking, are we getting away from what we actually are trying to grab out of the TV show?
It's a puzzle at this point. We still don't know.
We've already started working on the next show. We're picking locations, we're looking at different cities.
Yeah, I've already got my themes ready.
I need a day if I rinse my eyes out before I can look at next year's show.
Victoria's Secret is a very global brand, and we just felt that Shanghai was a great city for us to do the show.
You walk into here and you've got all this space, and it's like, well, I'm not sure it's a good idea to constrict it.
If you wanted to do the show for this many people, you probably need to rethink how we did this.
I'm really sensitive to doing this and embracing the scale of what we've got.
One of the great things to me about our show is that it is different. It's a hybrid. It's kind of a fashion show, but also an entertainment show. I'm just trying to get my head around expanding it out.
When you have an arena like this, the thing is that people are going to expect some sort of spectacle to happen. They can't just watch a runway with video screens. There has to be some like, oh my God, because you're in a show.
How do we embrace the energy and the history and the kind of the vibrancy of this city and put it into into a camera?
Our first store in China was in Shanghai, and we just had the store opening there. We brought some of our models, and the excitement was really overwhelming.
I don't think I ever seen a crowd like that, so animated and so excited to see us.
I love you so much.
I'd really like to embrace the arena if possible. I'd really like to embrace the seating if possible.
I think if we are going to embrace the scale of the room, we have to give the girls and the show a show.
Just do 3 runways and have them come out in the center and then either peel back to the right or peel back to the left.
Why don't we have a S-shaped runway? The floor surface is all LED. Other kinds of technology that we could use, kinetic sculptures, which we could hang from the roof.
Love that.
I'm just thinking, are we getting away from what we actually are trying to grab out of the TV show? 80% of the shots are about the runway, the girls, and the talent. It's not about the environment.
It's a puzzle at this point. We still don't know.
It's frightening this year because you have so much things to do, so much wings. I think it will be crazy.
Working with Victoria's Secret, it's always a real opportunity to search new technique, new know-how.
A good collaboration with an artist is making sure you give them the room to fly. That's it.
The people that work on the show are true artisans, and it's just such a creative, wonderful process, taking the art that they do and translating it into costuming for the fashion show.
Working with Victoria's Secret, it's always a real opportunity to search new technique, new know-how, and also to make very unique objects I don't really have the occasion to make for other companies.
Create a wing, it'll be your design. We know that it's a wing that can go in the blue and white section of the show.
It's going well so far. We've selected 8 styles to make as wings and also tiaras and maybe a cape.
I really like the effect of the fringes.
Yeah,
the gold.
yeah, I thought that was clever.
Colored part could be feathers too.
Yes.
I really would like to try making something articulate for you guys.
Yeah, we're excited because it's taking it in a different direction even than we thought.
Circus was amazing. He wants everything. He's up for anything. He has his own ideas on top of what we have, but he was like collecting them like a kid collecting cards or something.
I want this one.
Yeah. If you want to make this blue and white and make it work in there.
It was like that parachute material that we did, that red.
Yeah, we can take something like that.
Yeah.
And make transparent.
But it'd be nice to do something here that you can interpret with feathers and beads.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
This one I take it, huh?
Yeah, that's yours. Yeah.
Yay!
Mon Dieu.
You show him the sketches and there's such pure enthusiasm. He just genuinely adores what he does.
Yes, it's frightening this year because you have so much things to do, so much wings, so much different kind of colors, different kind of fabrics, and I think it will be crazy. It will be a big challenge this year.
Brian Atwood's collaboration inside of Victoria's Secrets has been the most magical journey. He's never held back in terms of creativity and doing what's best for the show.
These are all inlaid like
Inlaid,
this, but
yeah, but in a stripe.
Right.
And then he can then paint the rest of it. It's still quite glazed though, isn't it?
no, not really. And it can be this pewter gunmetal that's
My only
mixed
worry
every-
always is the shine on
It's
it.
not going to be shiny.
Okay. I mean, if you wanted, you could do some of these bands, Vidus. Why not?
Why not?
Go for it. I mean, they need to be amazing. It needs to be bonkers.
There's no limit to the creativity that you can show them. I think they want the most over-the-top things, and when you work with them and create and see what they're creating, you're just even more inspired and keeps the creative process going.
Kirk is a new wing maker that we discovered who was a sculptor, and I think that's what we have to have a responsibility of, making sure that we always keep our eyes open for anything that can bring a fresh texture to the environment.
It looks amazing.
Okay, and I know there's concerns about it maybe being too big.
I think that's the biggest it should be. You'll have to scale them down a little bit.
So Kirk also brought a sample of this leaf.
Nice. Looks very yellow.
It's the same color as the bird, isn't it?
Yeah, I can hit it with more red wax, which kills the yellow. Like some of the leaves are less yellow.
Yeah, I think it needs to be more like that, definitely.
Well, we can look at the headdresses.
I like that one. It's fragile and beautiful.
Okay.
I love that. Yeah.
We have one that was, Kirk was you were in the shower and he couldn't find the conditioner.
Jeff Fender is an incredible painter, and he comes up with such beautiful things every time we see him. And you know, he really spoils us because it's art, and then we're creating outfits out of his art.
Now this is...
I love that. That looks great.
Yeah, it shows like because it's the blue, it pops out really nicely.
That looks
Ooh, for the sleeves.
Ta-da! Shut up. This is so beautiful. I like all the shadow. Oh.
I make all your dreams come true.
You make my dreams come true. I know what you're doing though. Like you're trying to create like a woven.
Well, what I could do is I could not have the white in there. It could be more this.
They almost look like weird little bricks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. Yeah, back to the drawing board on that
I'll
one.
work up with something.
Killer is always going to play a big role in the show. The thing that we have learnt with Killer is not to give her all her pieces all at once, because there's an evolution that happens with outfits, with collaborators, where we're showing dictates a lot of what we're doing. She's never very worried about, oh, we've only got 4 wings or 5 wings, because by the end of it, it's turned into 12. It's how the story plays itself out. That's stunning. Yay, Killer! Woohoo!
Barrick was here today because he had fittings for the models that are actually wearing the outfits. Because it is so form-fitting and it's made exactly to her, to the arms, the neck, the body, we had to choose the models for the looks.
I like the idea that this whole thing is embroidered, for sure.
So we had a zebra outfit that we thought would look amazing for Suehe. She flew in from China.
You're a zebra! Yeah! Yeah!
Every time, oh my god, you guys give me the most beautiful look. Oh.
A good collaboration with an artist for me is making sure you give them the room to fly. That's it. Trusting why you've employed them to be in the environment and then letting them do what they do best. I don't want to lose the flower.
How am I going to put 2,000 safety pins on somebody's back without it poking them?
This was in my head and now it's here. Seriously. I'm so excited about this. I love this. This has to be in the show.
Today I received Sophia and Monica for the last meeting.
I love it so much. It's like magical moments. This was in my head and now it's here. You know what? You need more drama with the volume. But that's all right. You just make it wider.
Everything is woven and it takes a pattern. We can try to find a solution. Now we try the corset.
Oh my God! I love this. This has to be in the show.
I'm making 3 wings for the Winter Tales section. This collaboration with Victoria's Secret, it's all about creating pieces for dreaming.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful. You know what? We might need a few more flowers. I don't ever want anything I put on a girl to take away from the girl, you know, like.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yay!
This morning we started off at Killer Studio in Long Island City, and she had several wings that we had not seen before.
It looks great, doesn't it?
I like to try to build movement into the piece. You want to be able to make it look like it's moving, even if the girl's standing still in the picture.
What are we going to do with the back of that?
It needs like a decorative, I was thinking like a little sculptural flourish of something.
I would get Kirk to make extra olive leaves or something. Not the oak leaves, but the olive leaves.
One of the reasons I do what I do is because it's always different. Every time I'm going to put 2,000 safety pins on somebody's back without it poking them.
I think, and you are going to hate me for saying this, I would like another
One more row.
Yeah, I do think we need one.
Even though this is literally the last time we were getting together, we're still making major changes. In fact, I think that we are cutting one of the wings that we saw today.
I don't like the brown.
I was afraid you weren't going to like the
I don't
brown,
like the
and that's
brown.
why I didn't want to go in.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's been great this year on this project because the idea of it is so painterly. To me, the fun part of it is making them the same but different, even though they're all blue, trying to make each garment its own special thing. This is this template. We call it the Bible. There's about 40 different colors of blue, I think, in this. And honestly, the biggest challenge with this is coming up with enough different colors of blue where it all doesn't look the same, but it still goes together.
Victoria's Secret introduced Kirk and myself, and so they asked me to collaborate with him on building internal structures to really showcase the aspects of his creations that are fine art.
The bird count keeps changing. Originally it was going to be 8, then it was going to be 20. Now I think we're at 15. This project has been great because it's really pushed me into a whole different realm. And it's been scary. I'm like, oh, can I do this?
We're collaborating with Olivier and Baumann, which is the first time we've ever collaborated with a named designer on the show.
I would love to bring you my fashion attitude.
We're collaborating with Olivier and Baumann, which is the first time we've ever collaborated with a named designer on the show.
First, it's an honor to be part of it, and the spirit of the Victoria's Secret, it's all what I believed in, like the sexiness, and they are powerful, they are really strong, and I would love to bring you my fashion attitude to the show.
When Sophia was talking about the section in the show, which is the punk
The
rock,
punk, yeah.
we can do whatever it is that you design. So if you feel punk is too far and you'd like to be more rock and roll, it's kind of how you...
No, I think punk is good because to me, punk is perfect for the show because you can push to the limit. Like, there's no limit. So I think it's so...
And it's good because that's what we
like.
Yeah, I like that. No, just because it can be glamorous. I think in your hands, with the jewelry, with the embellishment, it can become something quite
I'm not
amazing.
worried at all. Because me, to make sure that this punk is glam, I need to bring the punk to a couture level. It can't look like punk from the street.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of work, but I'm really, really happy. I think it's gonna just be so insane and so strong.
Yeah.
I can't wait. First, more than the discussion, it was like exchanging of ideas because we believe in the same kind of woman, a powerful lady, a strong and confident, sexy girl that knows what she wants. What I think they love from me, it's all the couture and the craftsmanship, and at the same time, the attitude that the Baumann girl has. And it's not far from what they do as well.
Yeah, I like the zip. The zip looks good.
Right.
I mean, the great thing about Olivier, he's like a super fan. He loves the women we project. He reinforces that in his own shows, that power, that sensuality. I mean, we went there with the idea of punk, but he turned it into glam punk. It's much more finessed and beautiful. And each piece is a couture piece. It's like embroidered and encrusted and bejeweled.
And the lingerie is really street style. It's made to be seen, it's made to be worn out. It's such a trend of dressing right now, this kind of caged bras and studs and the crystals, and it just feels like them. They feel at home in it and completely glammed up.
And also because Victoria's Secret partnered with him for a collaboration where the pieces are sold, he's on board 150%, more than we could have ever even hoped for.
Let's be honest, Victoria's Secret is one of the most famous brands of the world, and we need to give to the public, which is a really incredible crowd, what they expect and even more, surprising them. So I think we were all together today to make sure that it's gonna be a big shock, and they're gonna be like, oh wow, Baumann and Victoria's Secret together, it's like magic.
Bring it in, bring it in.
Are you ready?
Wow, wow. I mean, it's another winner.
Killer, these are beautiful.
Amazing.
It's the pairing of the look with the girl, and it really comes to life once you get the outfit on the model.
But it's about the perfect synergy of one and the other.
Oh, Bobrovsky! Yes! It's just like a blinding outfit. Like when you come out, it's just so sparkly and so beautiful.
Bring it in, bring it in.
If you've ever felt a bag of Swarovski crystals, they're heavy and the whole wing is covered. So the goal is to look like it's not heavy at all and it's basically just part of your outfit.
So beautiful.
Oh my God!
I really do feel Amazonian. I don't know if this is where you guys going, but
Well,
I would
it's
take that.
nomadic. It's nomadic adventure.
I love it.
It's
Can
too
you
small.
cut it lower on the back than now?
And I think this needs to be shorter. Needs to be here. Wow.
Oh my God.
Shut up. I mean, it's another winner.
They're so cool.
It's all
I
Bama.
love these.
Wow.
I'm such a girly girl and I'm used to like really colorful like flowers and stuff like that. So to be in the Punk Angel section really like shakes it up and it was cool. Such a cool wing. What's
Isn't
it made
it
of?
all safety pins?
What?
Yeah. Punky safety pins.
Killer made it.
Oh
Killer
my
made
God.
it.
Cool.
It goes behind her like a harness.
You're wearing the fantasy bra this year.
Oh my God. I'm just so, I can't even explain. It's just a lot of feelings going on right now. So
I think, do you think it needs to be shorter so it can give a bit more? It's just that.
1.5 inches maybe.
I'd say that piece comes off. Honestly, we haven't seen it on anyone. We only saw it flat.
Arrived today. Yeah, but I really think this is one of the most beautiful we've ever done.
We just keep seeing so much beauty.
So much beauty.
Seriously, like we're high five.
High five.
We're in a stadium that is infinitely larger than anything we've been in before, with an audience 3 or 4 times the size of the audience we've had before.